So there's this one anime this season that has sounded sus on paper but has ended up being this really nice and wholesome show about overcoming loss and trying to grow as people. That anime is named Tsumasho. Yes, that's the English title. This anime has genuinely surprised me. One thing I was really surprised about I'll talk about in a second, but I think it is a large reason why people don't really like this anime that much from what I can see. But anyway, this anime is great and I will tell you why. Alright, let's talk about the first point I wanted to talk about. This anime, despite appearances, is not, I repeat, is not a PDF file anime. This is an anime about growth and overcoming loss. This is in no way a romance anime and it isn't framed as such. Every scene that does even get close to that, the dad imagines his wife as her older self once again and not as the child she is now. He never sees her as a kid when he reminisces about the good times. He also doesn't make any advances either. This is just a sweet anime about a broken man being reunited with his dead wife one last time to help him grow past her death and become the man he once was, and that's it. Alright, now let's actually talk about the themes in this anime and how this series handled them so well. Firstly, starting with loneliness. This anime does an incredible job at dealing with loneliness in multiple ways. The loss of a loved one can be very hard to overcome and makes it extremely difficult to want to continue to form relationships with other people. This can cause you to feel loneliness in your heart from that missing piece that has always been there. There is also the loneliness of trying and failing to form connections with people. Marika's mother has been alone for a long time. This causes her to be neglectful and downright abusive towards her daughter. She has slowly started to change as a person and tries to be better. Even if her past actions can never be forgiven, she still deserves a second chance to try and be a better person and mother and overcome the loneliness she felt in her heart. Grief is something that everyone experiences in life and it can be really tough to overcome it. Having the help of good people around you is the best way to overcome the grief of losing those closest to you. This anime tackles the concept of grief in a really good way. The first episode is amazing in this regard. The episode starts off with a lot of dull colors and we see Keisuke just going through everyday life with not much care anymore, but by the end of the episode, after he meets Marika, his world becomes vibrant again and we get to see the colors returning to his world. It is so cool to see that and it definitely helps explain what a lot of people go through when they experience grief. Out of everything, this story is mostly one of family and how your family can be the rock you need in times of struggle. This anime is a very beautiful take on how important family is to some people. We get to see how even in bad situations, people can want to change for not only themselves but for their loved ones. Getting to see the family in this anime is really great. We got to see how they went from these gloomy people who never really got over the death of a family member to bright, bubbly people who want to do whatever they can with the time they have together. This series truly brings you along for a great ride of emotions and drama that is on the level that we rarely see in anime. So it is a nice pleasant surprise to see it all play out in this anime as well as it has. Growth is a tough journey for anyone, especially if you have been in a bad place for a long time, but everyone deserves the chance to grow and be better. Marika's mother is taking that chance and is trying to be better even if you can never really justify her past actions, but she isn't the only one. Mai, Keisuke and Marika's daughter, is someone who was stuck in a really bad spot after her mother died and didn't really know how to move forward with her life. After her mother has returned, however, she has started to want to live life and really experience things. That in itself is a type of growth. We should all cherish the time we have on this planet because it's limited, so hating someone or being down on yourself all the time will get you nowhere. Instead, just like these characters, you should try and move forward and be the best version of yourself you can be. This anime tells you that everyone deserves another chance at trying to better themselves and I am here for those messages. Sometimes people do bad things, even unforgivable things, but for those who try to better themselves, I say we give them a shot at redemption and if they still fail and go back to their old ways, well, that's that. But at least give them a chance to be better. That is exactly what this series tries to tell you as you watch it. I love the characters in this anime. They are incredibly well written. All of them feel so real and each of them have their own issues that make them so relatable in certain ways. Marika is a little girl who has the memories of her old life back and has been trying to help her old family and her new family overcome their issues and be better people. She is very level-headed and smart and knows exactly what to say to certain people when she needs to say it. She can also be funny and have a good time, so she makes for a great character. Keisuke at the beginning of the anime is depressed and doesn't display his usual personality. He is a bright and bubbly guy who wants to do all he can in the time he has with his family. He's a great guy, however he isn't very smart in a lot of ways and needs to be reined in sometimes. His flaws make him feel very real and you can understand a lot of why his character is pretty good. Mai is someone who was also very depressed at the beginning of the series and had a hard time opening up to people. She is shy and doesn't really talk to people much, but she is working on herself and trying to be a better person and actually live an enjoyable life that she has missed out on so far in her adult years. Chika is Marika's mother and has a lot of issues that she has to work on. Some of the things she has done can't be forgiven, however she is slowly working on herself and trying to be a better person for her daughter. I know a lot of people hate her character and that is justifiable, but give it time and she will come around. All of the characters are great in this story. Some of the side characters really help to push the story along as well in their own ways, which I really like and makes the story feel way more open. Tsumasho as an anime has been pretty good. I really thought this anime might go down the PDF file route when I first read the description, but I gave it a shot and I'm glad I did. This is a very real human drama about overcoming loss and trying to better yourself, which are two very human things to want to do. So with that, this anime was a pleasant surprise and I'm looking forward to seeing where the story goes from here. Alright, that was the video. If you liked it, maybe think about dropping a like, and subscribing as well. It helps out a ton. And if you do decide to join the community, then I guess I'll see you next week with another video. Bye!